very first comic of the evening. Now, this gentleman just came from afar doing a comedy contest that I only got to listen to a little bit about. We only get him for a little bit of time. Please put your hands together for JoshSolo, everyone.
Nashua, New Hampshire, let's hear it! Come on! Let's hear it. How many of you out there have an Instagram account? Let me hear it. Yeah! How many of you were disappointed with that service as I was? I thought it was a faster way to get weed. Hey, normally, you guys are fast tonight. I like that. Normally, that's a slow burner for everybody. Now, I grew up in western New Hampshire, out in the Nashua region, and I've always been a little fabulous. And that doesn't fly well in middle school in western New Hampshire. It really doesn't. With all those little redneck boys. Well, how many of you guys out there are car guys? Any car guys out here? No. Well, my first car was a Firebird, Smokey and the Band. Yeah. And that helped start me to come out of my shell. Around this time, my mom started making me go to church too. And going to church, the youth pastor asked me to start coming out to the Bible study group. So, I'm glad I followed his advice. I started driving the Firebird, wearing a black leather coat, started getting real quiet. I ended up banging half the girls in the group. The cherry on top, though, was the threesome I had with two of them.
That's awesome.
This was also about the time I discovered I like to play for both teams. Such a cute little twink that went to that group. He burned brighter than Moses' bush. And I think his parents sent him there to pray the gay away.
Right.
He was on his knees, and I was saying, oh, God, but we weren't praying. Now, my parents, they're pretty awesome. They never got mad at me for being bi. They just got mad at me for all the other stupid teenage boy shit I did. Like take the car in the middle of the night and break curfew. To go skirt chasing. Or trouser snake hunting. Whichever suited my fancy that night. Yeah, so as you might imagine, I needed a special girlfriend and I had to go online for this. Met her on OkCupid. Happily, 2 years into the relationship now, and we're engaged and everything. We live together. And when we first started dating, how many of you remember Burt Reynolds circa 1970 on a bearskin rug?
Yeah.
Well, as you can probably tell by the way I'm dressed, I like these kind of men, and I look up to them.
That's right.
So one day, after a little inspiration, I have a white blanket. I go, oh. So I pose with this blanket, take a picture of it, send the photo of me on the white blanket under it, Burt Reynolds, and email it to my girlfriend. With the subject line, not quite a bearskin rug. And my girlfriend's at work. My girlfriend's at work. So her boss is walking by and happens to look over as she opens the email because I left no warning. And it's just me right there on a white blanket, all to see except for that. So she looks over and goes, Susie, at least come with a Trans Am? Now I work some pretty tough and mean jobs to provide for her, and currently I work at Arby's. And the other day I came across keep in mind, I've been working fast food for about 10 years. I came across the stupidest question I've ever encountered. What kind of meat comes on a beef and cheddar? I look at the man, I go, could you repeat the question, sir? What kind of meat comes on a beef? And the stupid switch flipped. I go, it's okay, sir, and take his order and finish the transaction, go and get his food and come back with it. And I'm handing him his food and he goes, so is that the stupidest question you've ever heard? I go, it's tied for first place behind, or right with, what kind of cheese comes on a beef and cheddar? Yeah, these are the kind of people I deal with every single day. I also used to work at a Chevy dealership for a while before the crash of '08. And I happened to have to do a swap, which is someone wanted a truck, come in a special color. The only one's way up in Maine, and it's a $65,000 diesel truck, and they want it in that particular color, and so I have to go get it. And the only thing of equal value we have on the lot is a 2006 Sunfire Yellow Corvette, and I get to drive this to Maine. Would you trust a 20-year-old car guy with a Corvette to Maine?
No.
Exactly. So I go there, come back, next day is my day off, so I take the day off, and I got a call from work, but I ignored it. It's my day off. I'm going to enjoy my day off. So I get pulled in the office first thing when I get back. Boss sits me down, looks at me, and goes, "What happened the other day?" I go, Nothing eventful, it happens. And he goes, "So nothing happened on the way up to Maine?" And I go, "Not that I know." And he turns his monitor. There's a picture of a Sunfire Yellow Corvette with my dealer plates on it, with the clock from an aircraft saying 132 miles an hour.
Oh, shit.
And he looks at me and goes, "Do you know what you could have done? 150? Now, where me and my girlfriend used to live, I was with her parents, and I kept my Xbox in our bedroom. Going to go pick up my controller one day. My batteries are missing. I'm a little annoyed by this. I spent $10 on these batteries. I play Call of Duty. They respond faster. They last longer. I'm going to be annoyed if she just took it to some remote. So I look around the bedroom. It's kind of messy. Guys, let me give you a piece of advice. You might go home and get lucky with your ladies tonight. Go home, pick up the laundry, do some dishes. It goes a long way. It really does. So I get to her side of the bed, and I'm cleaning it up. And there's her favorite toy. It's pink and kind of clear, and there are my batteries. I pick it up, and I go in the kitchen, and I run up to her, and I brandish it at her. And she stops me with one statement. "I swear to God, it makes it go faster." All right, thank you, Alana. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you, Nashua, for your answer. You have yourself a great night.
JoshSolo. You had me at pink dildo.
Yeah.
Totally did. So I'm a little